Hello guys and welcome back to another video. My name is FPO Meerkat and today I've got my Matchday 2 review and my Matchday 3 team selection for you guys. Not all the games have finished quite yet. The Brazil game has just finished. Brazil have just won 1-0, scraping by with that victory there. But I'm going to have to record this video now to get this video out in time for the Matchday 3 deadline. And of course, the differential only team with every player being 5% ownership or less at the time of me transferring them in. There are some players, as you'll see here, who are now higher than 5% owned, but yes, they are all differentials in my eyes. So yeah, let's see how the team did in Matchday 2. So, as you can see here, this is the team for Matchday 2, and yeah, not a very good score this match day. 38 points in total, bit of a nightmare in terms of the amount of blanks. Not a single goal in the entire team. Yep, just didn't pick the right players on this occasion. This team's a little bit different from the team you might have seen in my final selection last week. I did make some transfers here and there to swap in players who I thought might do a better job. So yeah, let's go through player by player. Gonda in goal there, 1 point. Really annoyed that Japan lost that clean sheet in the dying minutes of their game against Costa Rica. They were looking so good. It was massively against the run of play. I think we can all agree on that. But yeah, just very unfortunate that they didn't keep the clean sheet there. And I swapped him in for Mendy, who also got 1 point again against Qatar. You'd hope for a clean sheet there for Senegal, but not to be. Yeah, so they neither keeper kept a clean sheet there, so just 1 point for both. And Szczesny, who I took out, saved a penalty and got a clean sheet, so 10 points for him. Yeah, that absolutely sucks that I took him out and he scored higher than anyone in my team. Harry Maguire there getting 6 points. Solid return for him, as did Sandro. Literally just now, Brazil have kept a clean sheet. Really nice there. Basically picking the defenders who I thought were going to get clean sheets. And Alba and Hernandez also getting returns, which was nice. Really annoyed about Alba, though, because he got subbed off in the Spain game in about the 81st minute, I think it was. Spain then conceded in like the 83rd minute. And Alba loses clean sheet because for some reason in this game, clean sheets are earned by a team collectively and not by a player. So if the team concedes a goal, despite the fact if the player that you have is on the pitch or not, they will not keep a clean sheet, which is a bit weird. But yeah, some people like it. I don't like it in this case. I haven't got the points. I don't think it makes sense in my head. They're not to blame for losing the clean sheet because they've come off the pitch. But yeah, it's whatever. 4 points there for Alba, and again 4 for Hernandez. Assist machines, really, the two of them. Really nice to have them in the team. And Castagna there on the bench. Really annoyed about Castagna with the whole thing that went down. It didn't end up mattering anyway. But basically, I looked at the team sheets and I saw that Castagna was lining up in the right mid spot for Belgium. It was on the team sheet that BBC Sport put out, or ITV Sport, can't remember which one it was. It was also on FootMob, which I used for the team sheets, that he was playing at right mid. And then the game started, and what do you know? Meunier was in the right mid spot. I'd actually transferred Meunier in because initially they had Meunier in the right mid spot, so I put him in. And then, yeah, all of a sudden they swapped it. So I put Castagna back in, and then when the game started, it was actually Meunier in that position. So Castagna was playing at centre-back, which was really annoying. Meunier had a couple decent chances as well. But fortunately for me, he didn't score any of them. They both got 0 points anyway, I believe. So yeah, didn't really matter in that part, but a bit annoyed by the incompetency of the people doing the lineups, getting them wrong. Klaassen is also in the team. I swapped him in for De Jong, getting 4 points, outscored De Jong, so that was fairly good. Could have had a goal as well, but yeah, decent performance from him, getting 4 points. Tadic was probably my best performer in the whole team, a really outstanding performance from him in the Serbia team, getting 6 points, an assist, and I think he got a lot of pass points, I think. So yeah, really happy with his performance. Paqueta annoyingly came into the team as well with 0 points. Yeah, didn't really fancy my chances with him. I just wanted a Brazil attacker. That was the one I went with. And yeah, he didn't really work out. Got subbed off at half time. Olmo had a really good game against Germany, but didn't score. He was my captain in the end. And yeah, not a very good return from him, only getting 2 points, as was Asensio, who didn't have 2 shots on target, so only gets 1 point. That was the only saving grace from Olmo there. Spain losing the clean sheet was pretty devastating for my team. And then we go on to the front line. An absolute howler from me. I swapped out Richarlison to Doan. I wanted a Japanese attacker, and I saw that Minamino wasn't playing, so in came Paqueta and out went Richarlison. Also, Richarlison had risen to about 20% ownership, so I really didn't consider him a differential anymore. It didn't feel right having him. So I took a punt on Doan, who's 0.1% owned in the Japan game, and yeah, Japan were awful. He didn't score a goal, 1 point, but to be honest, he's outscored quite a few of my team anyway. And Giroud and Sterling also completely blanking. England were far off it in their game against Iran. No, not Iran, against the US. And Giroud, didn't really look like scoring either. So yeah, really terrible game week, to be honest. 38 points is a miracle considering how many blanks there are. A lot of assists there. I think there's about four or five assists there in the team. And yeah, and a couple clean sheets as well. But yeah, a really appalling game week. Let's have a look at how my matchday free team is going to be lining up. Right, so you're probably looking at this and thinking, hang on a minute, this is exactly the same team that I've just seen. Now, I'm going to be having to do this team in this short little period here, because basically I've activated the wild card and you can make unlimited transfers during the match day. So what I can actually do now is make unlimited transfers right now to prepare my team for match day 3, and I won't have taken a single hit. Sort of exploiting the system there, but it's completely allowed given the rules of the game. But the issue is, players that I've transferred in, I can no longer transfer out. So basically, I have to do this all in one go, get all the players set up, and that's it. I can't change my mind at all. So this will be my final team going into the start of match day 3. Might not be by the end, but I'll explain my reasoning for all the players I've picked. There's quite a few players that I wanted as well who are now too highly owned. So the first one I have to explain here, I will just go into my matchday free team, is Noppert. He's the one player that I've made a transfer for so far, just to confirm that this worked, essentially. Unfortunately, he's now 13% owned, and I can't transfer him out, so he's stuck in the team. I think when I transferred him in, he was only about 3.84% owned, but yeah, he's shot up. So yeah, he's not really a differential anymore, but I'm kind of stuck with him. So you're going to have to allow me on that one. Not really a differential, but yeah, he's going to be in the team for match day 3. In terms of the rest of the team, also you can see there I had a budget of 4 million at the end of this game week. So yeah, I transferred in a lot of cheaper players. The remaining budget for this team that I've currently got lined up is 0.5 million as well. Just like the first game week, and the total ownership is actually 70.7%. It's probably changed a little bit based on players fluctuating here and there, but yeah, that is going to be the ownership of the team. So getting into the other goalkeeper, the first one is going to be Noppert, and the second one, a familiar face, Gonda, is going to be leaving the team, and it is going to be, I figured out by the way, I just pressed this button here, and there we go. I can now have the transfers option here. I think I formatted this wrong, but oh well. We are going to have, if I sort by price, we're going to have Manuel Neuer is going to be in the team. Confirm the transfer, right? Yeah, so this means that the Neuer is definitely going to be in my team now. So if I confirm that, he is going to be in the team. And yeah, basically, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer in all the players now. Go through the players one by one, and then I'm going to give my reasoning afterwards. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys. So the players that are keeping their place, there is only 3, is Maguire, Alaba, and Olmo. They're going to be the only players that keep their spot in my team. So, sorry, Hernandez as well. Hernandez, there are 4 players, my bad. So Alba, Maguire, and Hernandez are going to be staying in the team. Sandro is going to be leaving the team, purely because I don't know. I'm not certain that he's going to play for Brazil in the next game. Now Brazil have basically qualified. I expect quite a bit of rotation for them. So instead, I am going to go for a different Brazil defender by the name of Militao. He is going to be in the team there. Okay. It just looks a bit weird doing all this. And the next defender is going to be Raum. So I'm actually going to be doubling up on the Germany defense. There won't be much German rotation because they need to win this game. So yeah, Raum is going to go in the team there. Klaassen is going to be leaving the team for Anthony. So that's one I'm going to have to give a bit of explanation for. I'll get into that in a little bit. Tadic is also going to be leaving the team, but he might be rejoining the team pretty soon for Anthony. I'll get into that. Gundogan is going to be rejoining the team. He got me a good set of points previously. Almost staying in the team. Paqueta is going to be leaving the team for, again, a familiar face, Pulisic. Christian Pulisic is going to be joining the team. And Asensio is going to be leaving the team for Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech. Yeah, I've just got a feeling about him. So he's also going to be in the team. And then the front three, all the front three is changing. So Sterling is going to be I'm going to get rid of for. Oh, I can't get in Gnabry. I've transferred in too many Germans. Oh no, I fucked up. I fucked up. I can't transfer him in because I've transferred in too many Oh no, I've just messed up my team. I completely forgot. Is that 4? How have I made that mistake? Yeah, I've just got 4 Germans written down. I think Gnabry's going to have to be my thingamabob now, 12th man. Oh dear. Well, okay. Sterling is going to be out for Memphis Depay, who I'm taking a bit of risk on starting. And Giroud is going to be out for a bit of a spicy one here. Alexander Mitrovic. Alexander Mitrovic is going to be in the team. Okay, so this is a bit of an F up because I can't get in Gnabry, who I really wanted to get in for this week, and I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna have to basically use one of my transfers. I think I shouldn't have got in Neuer. That's really annoying. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do here. I can't do anything about it, can I? Because so I'm going to basically have to use one of my transfers to get in, to get in Gnabry, who I wanted in for Doan there. But yeah, okay. Let's go through the players who I have got in at the moment. Noppert against Qatar, I think, is a great choice for getting a clean sheet. Again, it's quite high ownership now, but it is whatever. Manuel Neuer, who shouldn't be in my team now, 0.7% ownership. I fancy Germany's chance of getting a clean sheet here against Costa Rica. Harry Maguire against Wales. I want an England defender. Their defence looks really good. He was really solid in the game, and he had a couple chances from corners as well. I think he could rock up with a goal. I'm hopeful for him. Theo Hernandez, who is now 12.5% owned. I definitely did own him when he was a differential, though. So he's still remaining in the team. A really good option, I think, for getting clean sheets and returns. Hoping he starts against Tunisia, as I think there might be a lot of rotation for France, as they are one of the only teams who have definitely qualified so far. Militao, 4.2% ownership for that nice fixture against Cameroon, although Cameroon scored a lot of goals against Serbia today. So maybe not too sure about a clean sheet for Brazil, but they haven't conceded a goal yet at all. They're one of only 2 teams to have not conceded a goal yet, being them and Morocco, surprisingly, have not conceded a goal yet. But yeah, happy about him. Alba keeps getting assist points. Hopeful for a clean sheet against Japan. Yeah, he's just an absolute monster. Definitely staying in the team. 7.4% owned, but he was in my team as a differential. And Raum as well, 3.3% owned. That German defence that I've said, for, a game against Costa Rica, really nice, although I don't want 2 of them now. That's really annoying. Moving on to the midfield, Anthony, taking a bit of a risk here on hoping that he starts now that Brazil have won. I'm hoping there's going to be a bit of rotation, but I could be doing a double swap if he ends up being benched, because luckily for this match day 3, will have 4 teams playing at the exact same time. So the Brazil match will be going on. So we've got Brazil and Cameroon will be going on at the same time as Switzerland and Serbia. So basically the idea is if Antony's not playing and there's no other Brazil midfielder that I want to swap to, I will swap him to Tadic and hope that he performs well. So I'm just taking a bit of risk that Antony will be playing. My 2 free transfers are looking very ropey right now in terms of I basically planned which 2 I was going to use, and now, yeah, that might be a bit of a disaster. Gundogan being back in the team, he does say 5.3% owned there, but he was 4.9 when I checked, so I'm going to allow it. That nice fixture against Costa Rica, hoping he gets a penalty. Fairly attacking. Yeah, I hope he doesn't get rotated either as well. Might be another transfer I have to use there. Pulisic against Iran. He was in my team previously, again on penalties. Looking really good, to be honest. He's very unlucky to have not scored yet. I think this is the game he scores in against Iran. I think that's going to be such a good game. Iran versus USA, basically determining who else goes through in that group. Olmo is going to stay in the team. Again, he's risen in ownership, but I had him previously for the nice fixture against Japan. I didn't want double Spain midfield this time. I was really hoping it was going to be a goal fest against Germany, but it wasn't. But I definitely do want a Spain attacker in my team somewhere. Ziyech, a little bit of an interesting pick here. He did score against Belgium. Just really hoping he can get a goal against Canada. 3.4% owned. He's been looking good as well. I'm basically picking players rather than just getting in penalty takers for the sake of it. I'm getting in players that are just looking good for their teams and obviously taking some punts. Now, Memphis Depay, I wanted to get Gakpo. When I looked, he was pretty much below 5%, but he's now way above 5% ownership. I think he's about 9% now. So I'm not going to get Gakpo in. Depay is going to be in the team. I hope he starts against Qatar. He's rumoured to start. He probably won't play the whole game, but I'm hoping he can just do the damage in that Qatar game. Yeah, really hopeful that he plays, but if not, I can transfer him out. I'm probably going to have to take a hit this week, given the amount of times I'm saying transfer out. Obviously, Doan should be, he should be Gnabry. I'm going to have to go away and think about what I'm going to do about this. Whether I transfer out Doan to a different attacker that I might end up using. Lewandowski is definitely someone who was on my radar. Really annoyed that he scored as soon as I transferred him out. But he does have a tough fixture against Argentina, so I might make a transfer there. We'll have to see. Basically, I've messed up a little bit. And Mitrovic is in the team. I think he looked really good for Serbia. I think I might. There's a very good chance that I keep him. But the reason I have Mitrovic is I want an attacker who plays last, because I think there's going to be a lot of rotation in the Brazil side, and I think it's a really good opportunity to get in a cool differential if we get because we'll obviously get the team sheets for both the games at the same time. I could easily swap him to a Jesus, a Martinelli, a Rafinha, somebody really different for that Brazil game against Cameroon, who's just owned by no one. So that's why Mitrovic's in the team. He might not stay in it. If I end up having to make a lot of transfers, he might stay anyway. And if Brazil don't rotate their players, then he'll probably just stay in the team anyway. But yeah, really excited that prospect. I really wanted Mitrovic in the team for that specific scenario. I might end up making the transfers going Antony to Tadic and then Mitrovic to probably Gabriel Jesus. I think he's going to play. He's going to start. I think Richarlison probably needs a bit of a rest. Brazil have a great opportunity to rest their players here. And yeah, they're probably not going to get much of a point to get a rest now. So yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't rest some of their players along with France and the Netherlands. I think are the three teams we need to be careful of rotation. Everyone else I imagine to go relatively full strength. So yeah, a bit of a red arrow in terms of the rank. That's probably going to rise lower. That's probably going to fall lower once all the points are added up properly. But yeah, budget of 3.5 million. Obviously, Doan was supposed to be Gnabry, so I actually have a budget of 0.5 million. But yeah, bit of a mess up from me here. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm going to do because I've accidentally got in 4 Germany. Well, I wanted to get 4 Germany players. I could play the 12th man chip and just use it on Gnabry. But I was actually planning on using my power captain this week because I'm fed up of blanking with my captaincies, and I think the power captain is probably best used in the group stage. So yeah, I was planning on using my power captain this week. But yeah, I will post my final team on my Twitter tomorrow morning to tell you guys what I've done. What an absolute mess up I've had here. Please comment down below what you think I should do to cover this mishap. I don't seem to be able to. Going back on it, I don't know why it says it opens in that long, by the way, because I'm pretty sure that is after the deadline. Unless I've got the dates wrong for when who plays first? Is it the Netherlands game? Is that the first one? Oh, that's why, because it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Yes, there's no morning game. Oh, there's no morning games. That's annoying. But yeah, I don't seem to be able to make because all 3 of the German players I've transferred in, so I can't remove any of them here. Yeah. I'd love to hear your recommendations on who you think my third forward should be. Do you think it should be Gnabry? I just use a transfer to get someone out to get him in. That would be 2 transfers though, wouldn't it? Oh, I've really balls this one up. Who should be my third attacker? That's what I want to know. I might do a poll on my Twitter actually asking who it should be. But yeah, I've royally messed this one up. Even more of a mess than the previous video. But I hope you guys have still enjoyed. I hope you're doing well with your World Cup team. I will actually just check who is winning the mini league. I've not checked it at all. We've got Fast and Bulbous, I believe, with 61 points this week. Captain Mbappe, really nice. Milenkovic getting -2. Oh gosh, what happened there? A yellow card and 2 goals conceded. Oh dear, that's a bit of a shame there. But yeah, really nice elsewhere. Captain Mbappe basically carrying the team here. Clean sheets from Alisson and Sandro. Gakpo getting a goal, which is really nice. And Tadic doing really well as well. This is a nice set of differentials, actually. This is a nice, different looking team. It was very punishing this week for us differential pickers because Mbappe, Messi, and there was another big forward who scored huge. But Lewandowski, although he's a bit more of a differential, isn't he? But Mbappe and Messi scoring high was a real pain for people like me who can't transfer in the highly owned players. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is how I'll just go back to how the team is looking for match day 3. Obviously, I'll sort out the bench to have the players who are playing later in the match day. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next FWC video.